Chosen one, your name just got a lot heavier, and you made more of an impact than you know. Something extraordinary is happening right now that most people can't perceive, but you're about to understand everything. What used to be flickering lights has escalated to thunderstorms, complete power outages. People have to reset their entire electrical systems because your name carries too much spiritual voltage for anyone's reality to handle. While you've been focused on your own growth, something massive has been building behind the scenes. The tremors you're feeling aren't growing pains. These are the universe preparing to showcase exactly who you've become. Right now, your name is being mentioned in rooms you've never entered, and those spaces are experiencing supernatural activity that can't be explained by natural means. Electronics malfunction when people speak against you. Lights brighten when people speak well of you. The very atmosphere is responding to the mention of your name because you've crossed over into a frequency that operates beyond human politics. This isn't happening randomly. Your last season was about you stepping into natural authority, but this current season activated your supernatural authority. You're not just commanding respect from people anymore. You're commanding responses from the universe itself. Every word you speak carries weight that ripples through dimensions most people can't perceive. The supernatural activity surrounding your name is just the beginning. What's coming in the next season will make current events look like warm-up exercises. The universe has been testing the systems, checking the connections, making sure everything is calibrated correctly for the main event. Some people can't even handle being in spaces where your name might be mentioned because someone's spiritual operating system isn't equipped for the frequency you now operate on. People feel the energy shift, and it makes people deeply uncomfortable because it exposes the gap between someone's reality and yours. But those who are aligned with truth feel energized, inspired, and activated when your name comes up because your success confirms that authenticity wins. While you were busy becoming who you're meant to be, a massive evaluation was taking place in the spiritual realm. Every person who interacted with you during your development phase was being assessed. How did people treat you when you were struggling? Did people support your vision when it seemed impossible? Were people there during the dark nights, or did people only show up for the bright days? Now the results of that evaluation are manifesting in ways that are making some people extremely uncomfortable. Those who failed the test are being forced to confront someone's spiritual blindness, while those who passed are being positioned for unprecedented blessings. The universe keeps perfect records, and payment time has arrived. There's someone specific who's experiencing this reckoning more intensely than others. Someone who had intimate access to your journey, but chose to dismiss your potential. This person is sitting in isolation right now, forced to count all the ways this person was wrong about you. This person is watching your life unfold and realizing this person wasn't just witnessing someone's personal growth. This person was in the presence of someone being prepared for supernatural impact. This person is discovering that strangers who never met you recognized your value immediately, while this person sat right next to greatness and chose blindness. God sent people from outside your circle to provide the recognition this person withheld. Divine intervention activated because human intervention failed. The weight of this realization is crushing certain people because these people understand someone didn't just miss an opportunity to support you. Someone missed an opportunity to be part of something historic. This person had front row seats to witness a miracle in progress and chose to close someone's eyes. Now this person is watching from the bleachers as others enjoy the privileges this person could have had. While people in your immediate circle were questioning your worth, something incredible was happening in circles you never imagined you'd access. High-level individuals, people with real authority and influence, have been taking notice of you. When your name comes up in executive meetings, in boardrooms, in spaces where significant decisions get made, supernatural confirmations occur that validate your calling. You've captured the attention of someone in a position of power who sees you not just as a romantic interest, but as an equal. Someone who recognizes you as a provider, an investor, someone worth building an empire with. This person operates at a frequency that immediately recognizes authentic authority and unlimited potential. The most shocking part of this development is that some of these influential people have never been in the same room with you, Yet these people understand your value better than people who've known you for years. Distance gave certain people clarity that proximity somehow clouded for others. People can see the light that others chose to ignore, because these people aren't threatened by your greatness. This is exposing a painful but necessary truth. Geography doesn't determine recognition, character does. Some people can be sitting right next to a future legend and never notice, because someone's operating from jealousy, insecurity, or spiritual blindness. Meanwhile, others can observe from across the world and immediately recognize greatness, because these people are aligned with truth. Your name is creating shockwaves through networks you've never accessed, opening doors in industries you've never considered, and generating conversations in boardrooms where decisions about your future are being made without your knowledge. The heaviness isn't just spiritual recognition. Its practical influence manifests in ways that will surprise you when these surfaces. There are emails being drafted about you right now, phone calls happening where your name carries enough weight to change the entire direction of conversations, meetings being scheduled because someone mentioned your name, and suddenly everyone wants to know more about who you are and what you represent. Your reputation is preceding you into spaces you haven't entered yet. The weight your name carries isn't coming from marketing or networking or strategic positioning. It's coming from authentic transformation that people can sense even when people can't explain it. Your energy signature has changed so dramatically that it's affecting people's perception before these people even meet you. The impact you've made on certain individuals is so profound that these people can't stop talking about you. People are becoming involuntary ambassadors for your character, your integrity, your potential. People are telling your story in ways that amplify your influence far beyond what you could achieve through self-promotion. Word of mouth about your authenticity is traveling faster than any advertisement could. If you felt called by this message, hype this video so other chosen ones like you can be reached. While visible battles were happening on the surface, an underground network of authentic people has been watching, evaluating and positioning certain people to support what you represent. These individuals recognize genuine transformation when these people see it, because these people have experienced it personally. These people understand the cost of authentic growth because these people have paid similar prices. This network operates differently from surface-level connections. These people don't need to see your resume or hear your pitch. These people can sense your character from your energy signature. These people recognize the spiritual refinement that only comes through legitimate trials. These people value substance over style, depth over presentation, character over charisma. Members of this network have been strategically placing certain people in positions where these people can influence outcomes in your favor. These people have been creating opportunities specifically designed for someone with your combination of character and capability. These people have been preparing pathways that only someone who's been through your particular refinement process could navigate successfully. The underground support you've been receiving without knowing it explains why certain doors opened when logic said these doors should stay closed, why certain people gave you chances when your qualifications didn't match someone's typical requirements, why opportunities appeared at moments when you desperately needed these opportunities but had no reason to expect anything. This network is about to surface in ways that will astound you. People you never imagined would know your name are about to reveal. These people have been following your journey, impressed by your character, and waiting for the right moment to offer support that will accelerate your progress beyond anything you've experienced. Every negative word that was ever spoken over your life is experiencing a supernatural death right now. Every prediction of failure, every dismissive comment, every attempt to diminish your destiny is being systematically dismantled by the evidence of your success. The people who created these false narratives are watching someone's words die in real time, and it's devastating to everything these people thought someone knew about how the world works. But this isn't just about words being proven wrong. This is about the exposure of false prophets who used someone's perceived authority to speak death over what God was bringing to life. These people position certain people as experts on your potential while demonstrating someone's complete lack of spiritual discernment. Someone specific is experiencing this death more personally than others. This person is realizing that greatness was sitting right next to this person, And this person not only failed to recognize it, this person actively spoke against it. This person told you that you weren't anything and would never become anything. Now this person is forced to watch strangers celebrate what this person rejected. The most devastating part of someone's realization isn't just that this person was wrong, it's that someone's opposition to your success placed this person in opposition to divine will. This person wasn't just fighting you. This person was fighting the universe's plan for your life. This person wasn't just rejecting your dreams. This person was rejecting divine assignment. Something fundamental shifted in your spiritual operating system that changed how you interact with reality itself. You're no longer operating from survival consciousness. You're not functioning from a scarcity mentality. You've moved into abundance awareness that attracts resources, opportunities, and people who operate at similar frequencies. This frequency shift explains why conversations feel different now. Why do people respond to you differently? Why opportunities present certain people in ways these people never did before. Your internal transformation creates an external magnetism that draws what serves your highest good, while repelling what would limit your potential. The people who can't handle being around you anymore aren't responding to anything you're doing wrong. These people are responding to the frequency mismatch between who you've become and who these people remain. Your growth exposes the gap between your consciousness and someone's consciousness, and the discomfort these people feel is someone's resistance to someone's own expansion. But those who are aligned with growth, truth, and authentic power feel energized in your presence. Your frequency activates someone's highest potential. Your example gives certain people permission to step into someone's own authority. Your success proves that transformation is possible, which inspires certain people to pursue someone's own evolution. Your breakthrough into public recognition is happening in ways that surprise everyone except those who truly know you. When people call you to the stage and put the microphone in your hand, people know exactly who you are because your reputation preceded your arrival. Your name carries weight that translates into respect, opportunities, and influence that you didn't have to campaign for. Your success is particularly significant because you were the least expected to rise according to human calculations. Those who knew your struggle assumed it would defeat you. Those who witnessed your setbacks predicted permanent failure. Those who saw your isolation interpreted it as abandonment rather than preparation. But every time certain people venture into public spaces now, these people are confronted with evidence of your progress. These people can't escape the reality of your elevation because it's everywhere these people turn. Social media, conversations, industry news, your success is unavoidable. Some are watching silently, seeing but not celebrating, because these people know someone forfeited the right to participate in what someone tried to prevent. The most painful part of your public recognition for those who opposed you isn't just that you succeeded despite someone's prediction. It's that your success is inspiring others who are facing similar opposition. Your victory became proof that someone's methods don't work, that someone's authority was false, and that someone's judgment can't be trusted. Every moment you chose integrity over convenience, you were making deposits in a cosmic investment account that's now paying unprecedented returns. Every time you maintained your values despite pressure to compromise, you were building spiritual equity that's manifesting as supernatural favor. Every sacrifice you made for long-term character over short-term comfort was an investment in the authority you now carry. The universe keeps meticulous records of these transactions. Nothing was wasted. No act of integrity went unnoticed. No moment of choosing truth over popularity was overlooked. All of it was accumulating interest in accounts you didn't know existed, preparing to pay dividends at precisely the right moment. Your spiritual investment portfolio includes assets most people never develop: credibility that can't be bought, trust that can't be manufactured, respect that can't be demanded, authority that can't be claimed. These assets are now generating returns that manifest as supernatural backing, unexpected opportunities, and influence that exceeds your natural qualifications. The people who chose immediate gratification over character development are now watching you receive rewards these people could have earned if these people had made different choices. These people are seeing what someone's investments in popularity comfort, and compromise cost someone in terms of real influence and authentic authority. Someone who was positioning this person as the guru, the expert, the final authority in your community, has been exposed as spiritually bankrupt. Your persistence in the face of someone's opposition revealed someone's lack of authentic power. While this person built someone's reputation on criticism and control, you built your character through trials and truth. This person used someone's perceived position to terrorize others, to make people feel small, to maintain dominance through intimidation and manipulation. This person ruled through fear rather than love, through criticism rather than encouragement. Your rise stripped away someone's false authority and exposed someone's methods as destructive rather than constructive. The community that once deferred to this person's judgment is now seeing this person clearly. Your victory became a mirror that revealed someone's true motives and methods. This person can't hide behind titles or rhetoric anymore, because your success proves that someone's way isn't just wrong, it's spiritually dangerous. Your integrity didn't just prove this person wrong about you specifically. It revealed someone's pattern of attacking anything this person couldn't control, diminishing anything that made this person feel threatened, and opposing anything that exposed someone's limitations. Your commitment to authenticity in a world that pressures conformity has created a domino effect that's influencing people you've never met. Someone observed how you handled a difficult situation and found courage to handle someone's own challenges with similar integrity. Someone witnessed your persistence through opposition and decided not to give up on someone's own dreams. Your character has become a permission slip for others to embrace someone's authentic selves. Your refusal to shrink has given others courage to expand. Your persistence through difficulty has inspired others to endure someone's own trials. Your success despite opposition has proven to others that resistance isn't permanent. This domino effect explains why your name is carrying weight in circles you've never entered. People are talking about you not because of what you've achieved, but because of who you've become. Your character is inspiring stories, conversations, and decisions in ways you'll never fully know about. The impact you've made through authentic living is multiplying through every person you've influenced. These people are carrying pieces of your example into someone's own situations, someone's own challenges, someone's own relationships. Your integrity is spreading like beneficial contagion through networks of people who need to see proof that authenticity wins. You can sense something massive approaching your life, and your intuition is accurate. The next phase of your journey involves cargo ships loaded with opportunities, resources, and connections that will require you to operate at a completely different level. This isn't just about receiving blessings, it's about being prepared to steward these with wisdom and purpose. Your supernatural sight is becoming clearer, more precise, more reliable. You're developing the ability to see outcomes before these manifest, to recognize authentic people before these people prove certain people, to identify opportunities before these become obvious to others. This enhanced perception is preparing you for decisions that will affect not just your life, but the lives of everyone connected to you. The foresight you're experiencing isn't anxiety about the future, it's supernatural intelligence that allows you to prepare for what's coming. Every skill you develop during difficult seasons is about to be applied during prosperous ones. Every lesson learned in the valley is about to be used on the mountain. The hustle you're about to engage in isn't desperate scrambling for survival, it's strategic positioning for maximum impact. You're not fighting for your life anymore, you're fighting for your legacy. The weight of what's coming requires the strength you've developed, the wisdom you've gained, and the character you've forged. Everything you've overcome has contributed to an energetic inheritance that's benefiting people in your lineage, your community, and your sphere of influence. The generational patterns you broke stopped flowing to future generations. The spiritual territory you conquered became available for others to occupy. The authority you earned became a pathway for others to follow. Your struggles weren't just personal trials. These were battles fought on behalf of everyone connected to you. Your victories aren't just individual achievements. These are territorial gains that expand the realm of possibility for others. Your breakthrough created cracks in limitations that others can now exploit. The weight your name carries includes the accumulated momentum from everyone who will benefit from the ground you've taken. Your success opened doors that were locked for generations. Your character development created possibilities that didn't exist before your transformation. People you'll never meet will find someone's paths easier because you made yours harder by refusing to compromise. Children you'll never know will have greater opportunities because you expanded what's possible. Leaders you'll never encounter will have more authority because you demonstrated that authentic power works. Your ability to perceive beyond natural limitations is reaching levels that will astonish even you. The spiritual upgrade you're experiencing includes enhanced intuition, clearer vision, and deeper understanding of how spiritual laws govern natural outcomes. You're developing capabilities that most people never access because these require the kind of character refinement you've undergone. This enhanced perception isn't about material possessions or external recognition making your name heavy. It's about who you've become through the process. Your energy, your presence, your very essence carries an authority that can't be manufactured or imitated. People recognize something in you that transcends natural charisma or learned skills. Your mind is operating on frequencies that allow you to receive information, insights, and strategies that others miss completely. The spiritual downloads you're experiencing are preparing you for roles, responsibilities, and impact that exceed your current understanding. You're being equipped for supernatural assignments that require supernatural abilities. The clarity you now possess about people's motives, situations' true nature, and opportunities' potential is startling those who remember when you were still developing this gift. Your discernment has become so accurate that people are beginning to seek your perspective on matters that have nothing to do with your official expertise. The supernatural authority you now carry operates independently of titles, positions, or official recognition. It comes from character forged through trials, wisdom gained through experience, and spiritual alignment that can't be faked or manufactured. This authentic authority is recognizable to anyone operating at a similar frequency. People in official positions of power recognize your unofficial authority and defer to it, because these people understand the difference between assigned influence and earned respect. These people know that titles can be given and taken, but the kind of authority you possess can only be developed through legitimate transformation. Your influence isn't dependent on institutional backing, because it comes from spiritual backing that supersedes human politics. You don't need permission to operate in your authority, because it was granted by forces that outrank any earthly hierarchy. You don't require validation from systems, because you've been validated by the source that created those systems. The supernatural weight your name carries is preparation for responsibilities that will require authority beyond what any position could provide. You're being equipped for influence that operates through character rather than title, through authenticity rather than politics, through spiritual power rather than institutional backing. What you're experiencing now represents the foundation level of your true capacity. Your name is going to become exponentially heavier as you step into the fullness of your calling. The recognition you're receiving now will seem minimal compared to what's building. The influence you currently wield will pale in comparison to what's coming. Every aspect of your existence is increasing in significance. The respect you command is deepening. The opportunities you attract are expanding. The decisions you make carry greater consequences. The words you speak create larger ripples. The presence you bring shifts entire atmospheres. The moves you make influence outcomes far beyond your immediate circle. Those who questioned your capacity to handle this level of responsibility are being silenced by the evidence of your competence. Those who predicted you would crumble under pressure are watching you thrive under weight that would crush people these people considered stronger. Those who assumed you lacked the character for significant influence are witnessing integrity that puts someone's own to shame. Your evolution is forcing everyone to recalibrate someone's understanding of leadership, success, and spiritual authority. You're demonstrating that true power doesn't come from dominating others, but from mastering yourself. Real influence doesn't require manipulation, but magnetism that draws people toward truth. The supernatural backing that's become obvious in your life is preparing you for assignments that will require divine intervention. You're being positioned for impact that exceeds human capacity because you've proven faithful with supernatural authority. Your elevated frequency is now automatically attracting people, opportunities, and resources that match your spiritual development, while naturally repelling what would limit your growth. This isn't conscious selection, it's energetic magnetism that operates through universal law rather than personal effort. The relationships forming around you now are based on frequency alignment rather than superficial compatibility. The opportunities presenting certain people require the specific character you've developed, rather than just skills you've learned. The resources flowing toward you are directed by forces that recognize your capacity to steward these responsibly. Your name's increased weight reflects this frequency elevation. You're not just carrying more influence, you're carrying influence that operates at higher dimensional levels. Your words don't just communicate ideas, these carry energetic frequencies that influence outcomes beyond what logic would predict. The supernatural activity surrounding your name is evidence that you've accessed frequencies where thought and reality interact more directly, where intention and manifestation operate with less delay, where character and consequence align with precision that demonstrates universal justice in action. The cosmic forces that have been guarding your journey are now manifesting in ways that can't be dismissed or explained through natural means. The universe has been your invisible bodyguard, and that protection is becoming visible to everyone who's been watching your story unfold. When people align certain people with your purpose, supernatural favor activates in someone's lives. When people oppose your calling, someone's own foundations begin to shake. This isn't coincidence or karma. This is divine justice operating through natural law to protect what serves the greater good and expose what opposes it. You're learning to distinguish between authentic allies who celebrated your potential when it wasn't obvious, and opportunistic observers who only want access now that your benefits are visible. Real support came during the dark nights. Fake interest appears during bright days. The divine backing you've always carried is now manifesting in ways that validate every moment of faith you maintained during impossibly difficult circumstances. Every time you chose trust over fear, integrity over compromise, persistence over surrender, you were making deposits in a spiritual account that's now paying unprecedented dividends. Your worth was never determined by others' ability to recognize it. Your value was never diminished by someone's blindness to it. Your destiny was never dependent on someone's support or approval. You were always exactly who you needed to be. The world just needed time to catch up to that truth. Look, you already know the game is rigged, and if you're paying attention, you know the walls are closing in. So let's talk about what we're doing about it. When you live by the day at the market's command, where profit and property rule the land, to be heard, to be held, to be dealt a fair hand, these are the things that a people demand, and we hear you. The obsidian inner order has paywalls, yes, those who stand with us, who fuel this mission. They give us ammunition to fight the archons, to push back against the machine, to go deeper, to uncover more. And as our thank you, paid members get access to a 1-hour live, personalized weekly group tarot reading guidance, insight, and clarity for the road ahead. But kicking a man for being down on the floor, that's something we cannot ignore. That's why starting today, you can steal the Astral Atom exclusive daily newsletter for free. No paywall, no catch, just join the Patreon free tier link in the description. This is the start of our conversation with you, and it's bi-directional. You can reply to any email we send you. We'll read it, we'll hear you, and we'll do our best to get an answer to you from the universe itself. If you can support, we need you. If you can't, take what's free. The obsidian inner order is open. Now let's get back to work. The person you've become through this process bears little resemblance to who you were when this journey began. The transformation wasn't just personal improvement. It was complete reconstruction of your character, your consciousness, and your capacity to influence reality. You didn't just grow, you metamorphosed. This level of transformation explains why some people don't recognize you anymore. These people are relating to a version of you that no longer exists. These people are expecting responses from someone you used to be. These people are projecting limitations that you've transcended. The disconnect these people feel isn't personal rejection. its evolutionary gap. Your name carries new weight because it represents a completely different person than it did before. The identity attached to your name underwent reconstruction so thorough that the old version had to die for the new one to emerge. What people are responding to isn't just improvement, it's resurrection. The supernatural authority you now carry required supernatural transformation to develop. Normal growth couldn't have produced the character necessary for the influence you now wield. Ordinary challenges couldn't have forged the spiritual strength required for the assignments you're inheriting. The weight your name has gained represents momentum that's building exponentially rather than linearly. Each recognition creates more recognition. Each door that opens reveals multiple additional doors. Each person who acknowledges your authority introduces you to others who can recognize authentic power. This momentum operates according to spiritual laws that govern how influence expands in the universe. Authentic authority attracts more authentic authority. Genuine respect generates additional genuine respect. Real influence magnetizes greater real influence. The process accelerates as it progresses. The people who tried to stop your momentum during its early stages are now watching it operate beyond someone's ability to influence. What these people could have redirected when it was developing has become unstoppable now that it's established. Someone's opportunity to shape your trajectory expired when these people chose opposition over support. The cargo ships approaching your harbor are filled with momentum multipliers that will accelerate your impact beyond anything you've experienced. Each blessing you receive responsibly generates capacity for greater blessing. Each responsibility you handle with integrity qualifies you for expanded responsibility. Your life has evolved into a living testimony that's inspiring people you don't even know. Your refusal to shrink, quit, or compromise created ripples that reach souls who needed proof that persistence pays off. Your commitment to authenticity in a world that pressures conformity became permission for others to embrace someone's true selves. The battles you fought privately are now victories that others witness publicly. The character you developed through hidden struggles is now strength that influences visible outcomes. The faith you maintained during dark seasons is now power that illuminates paths for people walking in similar darkness. Your breakthrough represents more than personal achievement. It's evidence that divine timing is perfect, that authentic authority eventually emerges, and that staying aligned with truth leads to elevation regardless of human resistance. Your story confirms that the universe rewards those who refuse to abandon someone's calling. The impact you've made extends far beyond your immediate circle, because your commitment to growth inspired angels and frustrated demons. Your persistence created cosmic momentum that affected dimensions you can't see. Your integrity shifted spiritual atmospheres that influence outcomes you'll never know about. People are studying your journey to understand how someone overcomes the level of opposition you faced while maintaining character, sanity, and vision. Your methods are becoming blueprints for others who refuse to accept limitations as permanent. Your name's increased weight includes the accumulated impact of everyone who will be influenced by your example, inspired by your story, and empowered by your success. The legacy you're creating extends far beyond your personal achievements into the realm of collective transformation. Future generations will benefit from the ground you've taken, the barriers you've broken, and the possibilities you've demonstrated. Your journey from limitation to liberation created a pathway that others can follow with greater ease, because you pioneered the route through supernatural determination. The stories being told about your character, your persistence, and your integrity are becoming legend in circles that value authentic transformation. Your methods are being studied by people who understand that real influence comes through character development rather than strategic manipulation. The supernatural weight your name now carries includes the destiny of everyone whose life will be touched by your influence. The authority you've been granted serves purposes beyond your personal elevation. You've been positioned to impact others who need evidence that someone's own transformation is possible. Chosen one. Your name got heavier because you grew strong enough to carry true spiritual authority. The supernatural activity surrounding you represents recognition from forces that watched your development, waiting for you to mature into the influence you were always destined to wield. Every test you passed, Every temptation you resisted, every attack you survived was preparation for this moment when your true nature would be undeniably revealed. You made more impact than you realize, because your commitment to truth in the face of overwhelming opposition became a beacon for everyone who witnessed it. Your refusal to compromise created courage in people who were hiding someone's light. Your persistence through impossible circumstances proved that barriers are temporary for those who refuse to accept these as permanent. The weight your name now carries will continue increasing as you step into the fullness of your calling. The supernatural authority you possess will expand as you prove faithful with greater responsibility. The recognition you receive will multiply as you use your influence to elevate others who are fighting battles you've already won. Those who had to reconsider someone's opinion of you learn that judging what you don't understand is spiritually dangerous. Those watching from the sidelines as you rise are experiencing the natural consequences of opposing divine purpose. Those who supported you during difficult times are sharing in rewards that only come to people who recognize greatness before it's obvious. Your triumph proves that integrity wins, authenticity pays off, and alignment with divine purpose leads to supernatural vindication. Your story confirms that persistence overcomes resistance, that character determines capacity, and that those who remain faithful to someone's calling will eventually be elevated in ways that astonish everyone who witnessed someone's struggle. The heaviness of your name represents the weight of responsibility that comes with being chosen for an extraordinary purpose. You didn't just succeed, you became proof that impossible is temporary, for those who refuse to accept impossible as final. Your name got heavier because your purpose got clearer, your authority got stronger, and your impact got wider. You made more impact than you know because you chose growth when others chose comfort, belief when others chose doubt, movement when others chose stagnation. The supernatural recognizes the supernatural, and what's happening now is just the beginning of divine vindication that's been building since you decided to stay true to who you really are. The thunderstorms that shake buildings when your name is spoken aren't just supernatural activity. These are announcements that authentic authority has arrived, that divine assignment is being fulfilled, and that those who align with truth are about to witness unprecedented demonstrations of how the universe responds when someone finally becomes who someone was always meant to be.